facing the ball. In this next clip, we're going to focus on posture. And so often you hear inside of a defensive practice, the coaches want the players to get down low on defense. And that's partially true. You know, the thing that you have to be aware of is proper posture. And one of the things, as I stop this here, and we're going to go to a key position clip, is when we say down low, it doesn't mean that you bend over at the waist so your head's low. The thing that I would really emphasize when we're teaching proper defense is bend the ankles. As you see here, the ankles are bent. It's not so much the bend comes from the hips. So when they bend the ankle, it drops the knee, drops the hips, but the back, as you can see, stays fairly erect, you know, a ballpark 45-degree angle. As you can also see, the knees are in front of the toes and the head's in front of the knees, so it's a forward lean. And another point of emphasis is the arms are relaxed and bent in front of the body. This will allow the defender to make athletic moves to the ball. And I see so often players run around the court on defense with their arms already extended, and I think this is a mistake. So relax the arms. As you can see, the upper leg and the forearms are pretty much parallel, and then, again, the point of emphasis being bend the ankles. Now, as we go to this next clip, a very important concept that when we're playing good defense is the hips are always lower than the ball. So as we stop this, you'll see that we're in a good, ready position. The elbows are bent and relaxed, and we're in that forward lean position that we talked about earlier. And as the ball comes to the defender, the first thing that drops are the ankles, the knees, and the hips. It's not the head. You know, so the head and the upper body stay fairly erect. Okay, so they're always facing the ball, and notice how the hips drop lower than the ball is. So this is exactly what you want to do relative to the defensive posture. As we go to this next clip, it's the same move, and notice how the back stays at a very similar angle even though it's a low hit ball. The ankles bend, the knees bend, but the upper body doesn't bend over where the upper body is facing the floor. So again, the hips are lower than the ball, and we drop down under the ball as we're playing it. In this next clip, you'll see some of the same things in terms of dropping under the ball, but now we work on redirecting the ball. And as you can see, as the ball is on the forearms, there's a movement with the hips and the upper body to bring the ball back to where they want it to go. And so often where they want it to go isn't where it came from. You know, so it's a very important concept, and it takes a lot of repetition to manage your hips and manage your platform to direct the ball in the proper position. So as we stop this, we'll go frame by frame, where the first thing is we try to step out and get behind the ball. We drop our hips. Notice on contact, we maintain our good triangle with our passing platform. There's no bend at the elbows. And then we kind of pivot and redirect the ball back to our target area. We'll go to this next clip, and we'll emphasize how we redirect the ball. And notice I put a passing platform where the forearms will be, and we'll slowly advance this. So there's the triangle. And notice how we redirect the ball, and our passing platform and hips end up facing where they want the ball to go, not where it came from. And again, this is, I think, hopefully a good visual of what you want to be. So we have our passing platform, we've stepped out, we've dropped our hips, and then notice how the hips and platform redirect the ball back to the middle of the court. So it's not good enough to just say, well, angle the ball to your target. That's only partially true. You have to redirect it with your platform but also your hips and shoulders. And if we stop it when the ball's gone, notice how her shoulders and hips are facing her target area, not where the ball came from. Okay, now in the next clip, we're going to see how we defend a little bit higher ball. So not every ball is going to be hit at our kneecaps. So we have to work on a higher ball to be able to angle our platform back to where we want the ball to go. So notice how we've maintained our passing triangle with our forearms and shoulders, and we've dipped our inside shoulder. And by dipping our inside shoulder, without much movement with our upper body, we're able to angle the ball to the target area. This is the same thing with a little bit higher ball. And again, it's going to be a point of emphasis of how we redirect it, both with our arms. I'll stop it here. So we maintain our passing triangle, which is very important. But that's not good enough. We have to redirect it back. And notice how the hips and shoulders work their way around the ball. And I think this is a very important concept. And we'll kind of go frame by frame here, where the feet go first. And notice how there's very little movement with the hips away from the target area. So big step to the ball, trying to surround the ball with our body. Notice the passing triangle. And then finally, how the ball is being redirected back with the toes, the knees, the hips, the shoulders, pulling the ball back to where you want the ball to finish up with, or your target area.